Hello and welcome to another Music in 5 Minutes or Less with Mr. Craig. I'm Craig Harmon, also known as Mr. Craig. Today we're going to talk about rhythm. What is rhythm? Now, when we're talking about music, it really is how long or how short the note is, but really, rhythm is all around us, right? If I tap on my desk right here, that's a rhythm, right? If you're in the car, sometimes if you're driving on a bumpy road, the sound of the tires on that bumpy road may make a rhythm. If you listen to birds chirping, or insects making noise, or dogs barking, those are all rhythms. It's amazing, isn't it? Rhythm simply is the length of sound, how long or how short it is. Now, in music, we talk about it a little bit differently because we have our quarter notes, our half notes, and our whole notes, and our dotted half notes, and our eighth notes, and our 16th notes, and so on and so forth. But that's just telling us how long or how short that sound is. If I have a whole note, that's held for four counts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I have a quarter note, it's just one count, right? One. There it is. If it's an eighth note, then it gets really fun because we're making that rhythm even smaller. And we get into halves and halves of halves of halves of halves. But eighth notes, all that happens is just two eighth notes equal one quarter note. But one of the best things that I've learned when it comes to rhythm is before you play it or before you sing it, tap it or clap it or do something physical with your hands before you actually do it in making the music, in singing or playing it on your instrument. Why? Well, the thing I think is it really helps you to get that feel because what happens is that there's really two ways that we learn music. The first is through hearing, right? Most of the music that we take in, we're listening to, whether it's in the car, listening to the radio, for those of you who still do that, listening on your earbuds or whatever you're listening to. We take in music that way through hearing. And we learn through doing. So, what it's putting together is it's putting together that hearing and doing to make the music happen. And so it's adding that physical quality to that rhythm. And a lot of times with rhythm, what happens is if we count, especially when we get to those smaller beats, the eighth notes, the 16th notes, even 32nd notes, it can become robotic if we're counting. But we want to do it as a feel. And so we want to feel that just a little bit more. And so doing it, clapping it, tapping it, whatever the case is, really can help. Now, counting, I'm not going to say don't count because counting is helpful. And we want to get that. But you have to have that balance of feel versus count. So, that's a really quick explanation of what rhythm is, what to do with it, and how to make it happen. It's one of the essential building blocks of music. And it's so important to not only music, but for life because, well, we all talk in rhythm. It happens. So, thanks for checking out today's Music in 5 Minutes or Less with Mr. Craig video. Tune in for another one very, very soon.